Somebody call a doctor because bad medicine is back. That's the answer. This is the Appleton Oak. I'm Mason Quinn. Folks, today we are getting back to Jujutsu Kaisen. This is season 2, episode 1 or episode 25 as it might appear on Crunchyroll. But look, we just wrapped up the movie, so I'm excited to see where things pick up from here. Who knows?
Yeah, I'm definitely ready, willing, able to jump back into our current cast of characters as we knew it instead of the prequel. Although it was fun learning about that, definitely ready, willing, able to start this season.
Yeah, had a blast with the movie. It did have, a handful of the characters that we've grown to love so far here in the series, but it was a lot of fun. I love the movie format for this kind of story that we're getting, so it's going to be a little bit different going back into the shorter episodes, but we're here for it.
All right, without further ado, then let's go!
Cursed spirits everywhere.
Oh.
It's got those like ninja shoes on, it looked like.
Oh, what? Oh.
Oh.
Exercise absorbed over and over again, huh?
What?
Oh, barely an inconvenience.
He absorbs them.
Oh my
God.
Oh. Thanks for that description.
Oh.
Face off.
Oh, nice.
地元で焼肉チェーン店を展開。
Home video.
社長一家が住んでいたそうです。しかし昨年の7月、例の BSE 問題で壊滅的な打撃を受け、多額の借金を
Oh.
心霊スポットとして噂となり、フリーターなどが肝試しとして訪れ、相次いで行方不明。
Let's go missing.
噂を呼び、
心霊スポットの類はとかく噂
行方不明者をたどるとあの妖怪被害に遭っている可能性があります。一刻も早く元を絶たなきゃ。
Well, let's take care of this mansion.
総幹部もそう判断したから決して安くないギャランティーを払う。人聞きが悪いよ。交渉したと言ってくれ。
着きました。
It's a negotiation answer.
Let's see how it goes. There's the cold open.
闇より家出て闇より黒く。
帳は必要ないよ。
Oh, not even gonna use a veil.
原因は建物の中にある。外から叩くとなった時に。
なんか詰まってるみたいです。
Oh.
Oh.
Bunch of trash.
メイさん。
いるね。それもそこら中に。
Oh.
さと行くよ。私はいらないけど。
Does the animation feel different to you guys?
It
This one?
seems a little bit.
Well, this
More
feels very
cleaned up.
3D, yeah.
生きてるんですね。
So who's paying the bill?
建物内を一通り見てみ。私はこのフロア。歌姫は2階を。
一人でですか？
問題でも。
いえ。
Couldn't go on a nice sunny day. You had to go when it was rainy and gloomy and doomy out. Yeah, look at this view.
Waiting for crows to come in through those windows.
Going in through the door like Resident Evil.
It kind of was.
Oh.
Oh.
お、いや、どうせ。
Did you see that room with all the marks on the wall? with the
Yeah.
Numbers?
Yeah, they were quick with it, but
Yeah, we'll go.
Ugh, still got everything on the end of the bed. Gonna get a jump scare from JJK?
You never know.
I hope not.
those aren't muscle mice.
次のスクリームクイーン。
Oh,
脅かさないでくださいよ。
歌姫が勝手に驚いたんだろ。
1階の探索終わったんですか？
ここは1階だよ。え？
what?
私は1階の廊下を歩いてきたんだ。
私、突き当たりの部屋に入っ
お菓子の箱、リュックサック。私はもう3回見ている。私がここに来る途中でつけたものだ。どうや。
Oh, yep, it's messing with them.
What the fuck is going on here?
ここまで続くなよ。
Long. Very, very long.
ざっと30分。 4キロくらい移動したかな。
4 kilometers.
ではないですよね。
違うね。
結界術。
被害者たちも呪霊に取り殺された。
Oh.
でも術式から考える呪霊そのものは
How they just keep going by.
この結界を抜けることさえね。
If. It's like the old Scooby-Doo where they're chasing and they just kept on going past the same 3 doors over and over again.
この廊下はループしています。はじめはドーナツのような構造を想像しました。この間隔を歩数で計測した122歩、203歩。
Oh, it's not the same.
が定まっていない。とすると、なので廊下を2人で全速力で走り崩れる。
What a smile.
Don't!
2人別の方向に素早くほころびが生じやすい。外に出られるかも。
100点。
100 points.
もし成功したら昇級。よーい、
Always different now.
Oh, yeah, it's a lot different. What?
Whoa.
Oh. All that's left is the window.
助けに来たよ。
That's. Oh, that was the cold
That was a
open.
cold open right there. Hidden inventory.
Premature. What is with this? It's like a old style sitcom intro.
Somebody is missing in this intro.
Look at that punch in the background.
The wheels animation. Can I ask where Yuji's at?
泣いてる？
泣いたら慰めてくれるかな。
姉さんは泣かないでしょ。
私はね、助かなくていいの。
Oh,
there it is.
Whoa, whoa. Oh, somebody call Kevin Bacon.
タトル、弱い者いじめは良くないよ。
Gito.
強いやついじめるバカが。
歌姫先輩。心配したんですよ。
Is this a whole new cast of character? Well, not whole new cast, but
なりませんよ。あんなクズども。
said trash.
2日
ああ。やっぱ呪霊の結界で時間ずれて姉さんがいるのにおかしいと思う。
そのようだね。
何か？
What is going on?
それはそうと君たち。帳は？
で、昨日静岡県浜松市
Ah, gas pipes.
Of course.
補助監督として帳を忘れ
先生、犯人探しはやめませんか？
Oh, discipline.
Discipline.
別にパンピーに見られたってよくね。
Like, what is she doing with the sunglasses?
ダメに決まってるだろう。何より人々の心の平和。それだけじゃない。
わかったわかった
Oh.
Oh.
Easy layup.
いや、ほんと
Oh.
Oh.
非術師を守るためにある。
それ正論？俺
Shooting like a young Mason Quinn. No, that's a shot like Mason
That
Quinn.
is. That's my shot right there.
気持ちよくなってんじゃねえよ。
逃げろ。
いつまで遊んでる？
You weren't doing anything?
この任務はお前たち二人に。なんだその面は。天元様の依頼は二つ。聖正体、その少女の護衛と抹消だ。
Eraser.
緊張の護衛と麻酔にボケたけど。
天元様の術式の初期化ですか。
天元様は不死の術式以上の老化を終える術式が肉体を作り変えよう。
That's a good question. Like,
人でなくなりより高次の存在。
天元様が天元様で亡くなった光線各校呪術界の拠点となる結
become a necromancer.
果ないとセキュリティや任務の消化すらままならない。だから500年に一度天元様と適合する人間肉体の情報を書き術式効果も振り出し進化は起こらない。
メタルグレイモンになる分メタルグレイモンになる。
その聖正体の少女の所在が少女の命を狙っている。天元様の暴走による現呪術界の天
Oh.
元様を信仰する万世教時の器の聖正体の同化は
2 days.
護衛し
So
天
he
元様
tries to take over.
一般社会にまで及ぶ心してかかれ。
Q はわかるけど、万世教の方はな。
Very interesting walk.
聖教は 非術師の集団すべきはやはり9。
俺たち最強だから天元様も俺たちを。
前から言おうと思っていたんだが、一人称俺はやめた方。
Oh,
That was pretty cool.
yeah.
最低でも僕にしな。
やめく。
Heh.
は
Whoa, what the hell was that?
生きてる？
私はな。
緊張死んでたら俺らのせい。
Arrow. Oh,
恨むなら天元を恨む。
Commander Kokon.
目立つのは勘弁
Is
し
that
て
a
くれ。
flying manta ray?
この子が聖書体。
光線の術師だ。ガキを渡せ。
can't do it.
聞こえないな。
いやー、セーフセーフ。
五条悟だろ。有名人だ。
Oh, getting a lot of characters.
I like that they're introducing him though.
Yeah.
いいけど、ルールを決めよう。やりすぎて怒られたくない。
Y'all ever? It's
靴ガキが。
万世教には呪術師と戦うでも金払いはいいぞ。それは保証する。聖書対暗殺。一枚かまない。
You want to get in on this?
その話受けてやる。
Oh, because that's the clan that like 3 of our characters are from in season 1, the Zenin.
wow. All right.
Are we gonna have any?
Uh,
Yeah, they got that in the way. So well, it's the first one. I guess we can let it roll a little bit and see if they. No, it doesn't look like it. No. Seems like this is more of a setup to let us know where we're at and everything. But I wasn't expecting another prequel. Well, I guess a prequel of sorts, right? We're learning about Geto and Gojo's, how they kind of came to be where they are. And then I assume we'll get caught up with Yuji and everything. So now we're on the search for a vessel to put Tengen into, because he ages and sooner or later the body's going to give out and we need a new one. But just right off the start with that opening scene when they were in that mansion, like the animation style felt very different for just that scene. Once we got back to Gojo and everything, then it seemed, to me at least, it seemed like it went back to what we had kind of expected from season 1 and then the movie a little bit, which even the movie I think may have tweaked it a little. But feels good to be back, and now we're going to be getting more backstory. Obviously, we got a bunch more characters. We know that we've got a couple of different groups that are trying to get the vessels that that Tengen needs. So again, a wild episode, and it's the classic Jujutsu Kaisen style of their little bit of comedy, what we've come to expect from Gojo and how he does things. The beginning when they took down the whole mansion by going different directions, they broke the curse, and then there he shows up with his typical attitude that we've come to love. So I'm really excited with where we're gonna go here. Like I said, I had no idea. I don't know if you guys did, but I had no idea what to expect coming into season 2. I thought maybe the movie was going to be our prequel as to where things are at and where we're going to go forward. And then we'd pick up with Yuji again with where we left off. But I guess not. We're going to dive into the characters a little bit more and learn more about them. So look, I'm all here for it because Gojo is one hell of a character with a lot of power. So it is going to be fun, I think, to take the ride and go back and see exactly how he came to be this, like, essentially cheat code for any situation that he's in, at least as far as we've seen in season 1.
Yeah, it'll be nice to get a little more background on them. And we start off with this weird, interesting tale about, the rich guy that had the unfortunate of mad cow disease run through his restaurant, and then so the haunted house that they're in. And it was kind of cool how this curse happened, and just going through each room and just the garbage that was there. We saw
because there was some
shoes,
stuff on the walls.
Oh yeah, when she was going through each room,
early on, yeah.
And just the animation style just set a whole new different tone for it. And I even made the joke too. Look, it's rainy, it's gloomy out.
That
it's
was
cloudy.
the day.
It's like you couldn't go on a nice sunny day where it's nice out a little bit. No, you gotta go during that time. And so okay, yeah, we're gonna go through. This was one of them that you thought, right? Well,
yeah, because they had a bunch of backpacks on the chairs there, and then
Yeah, okay, this was the room.
Okay, so it looks like they're counting days or something.
Yeah, it looks like they're counting days because we don't know how long they were in there, just after the fact of the dad, and then we also don't know how long the curse has been there, and so that could have easily been any number of things.
Well, also in this room, if you look at it, it looks like on top there to the right of the door, they started counting like nice and neat, and then it started going like crazy.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, so we've got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 days, and then it started getting like really just like crazy as far as the markings. So after, trying to make your way out for a month or so, whoever was in there started really losing it. So that was a cool little thing that they threw in. It only showed up for a brief second.
Well, and that's the thing, the attention to detail that they have, and you almost feel not cheated, but it's like, man, you guys put all this effort into this detail, and you showed us it for a split second.
It was very quick, but it was prominent enough to catch your eye, and the whole marking how many days you've been somewhere where you don't have access to a calendar is something that we've seen in other adaptations, whether it be television or film. They started off. I mean, that was the longest hold open I think we've had. Half the episode. Yeah. But it was creepy, being in the house, going from room to room, and then it turned from like creepy to like this weird psychological thing, like how do we get out of here? Yeah. And finally they came up with their plan, which was, hey, look, a good plan if you're both walking together, and the idea is to kind of keep it looping as you go together, then it keeps you trapped. But if you go in different directions and whatever, maybe that's the I don't want to say the glitch, but the way to get out of it. But
hell of a creature too.
Yeah, it was.
It's like you said, it looked like a tremors coming up from the ground.
You were talking about Kevin Bacon coming in there. Oop, no, that was a credit. So did they show him? Oh, they just showed him here that he was here to save him.
Yeah,
but just the introduction, and it seemed like that. I mean, you can let us know in the comments if they changed like animation style from the first season to the second one, because it just seemed like especially in the house, the way that they had the backdrops and everything, it just looked like a lot more digitized, a little more.
Yeah, there's something about it.
A little crisper and cleaner, and we even had a joke where when they opened the door, it looked like Resident Evil.
Yeah.
So that was kind of interesting. And then we got it. Yeah, that was 10 minutes and 46 seconds in before we got our intro. And so, and then you found out that we didn't have Yuji in there. So now we're like, well, where are we starting? So then it was nice that we went back, and now we're going to find out more about Gojo and Geto, about their whole relationship and what transpired before the current events that we are going through. Which the movie kind of set us up for, right? So it got us to a certain spot. Now it's like, oh, wow, they got to that. Well, how'd they get to there? Well, it's funny you ask. We'll go back even a little bit further and show you how they even got to that spot between the two.
Yeah, and again, it kind of reminded me of our Professor X and Magneto type relationship, where we've seen in some movies they're friends, colleagues, they're working together, and then in other movies they're enemies. So it's a very easy concept as the viewer to be like, oh, okay, I kind of think I see the direction that we're going here. This will be cool. And Answer's got it up here. We got our whole crew here, or most of our crew from the episode, in kind of the fun, kind of silly type animation we've come to expect from some of these shows. But yeah, I'm all here for, I guess if you call it an origin story between Geto and Gojo.
That's what I was just going to say. That's what I was just going to.
They're both way too powerful to not dive into that.
And we've seen glimpses of how powerful they can be. So it's nice to go back to okay, when did they ever struggle with their powers? Yeah. Whereas we see that Gojo right now, he likes to talk highly of himself. He feels
shocking.
Yeah, he feels very I can't even think of the word. He's very confident in himself.
Sure of himself.
Almost arrogant to a point that even the one guy was like, God, do you just always talk like this? And then even Geto tell him, he's like, they said you've been talking about yourself a little bit too much. So I love the back and forth between them, because they are probably the two best students in the school, and they're sending them out on this interesting case going against Koken and Bay are there at the end.
So far,
with for the Star Plasma vessel. So that'll be interesting to see how those fights go, because he stopped all those swords and knives and everything coming at him real quick.
Matrix like. Well, the thing too, and they hit us with a lot in this episode. It's like, okay, there's this girl Rico that they want the vessel, and we've got opposing groups that are after it, and these are the players. So there was a lot as far as just like an information dump in this episode, and what we're going to be hit with going forward. So I'm glad I wrote a few things down, because I got a feeling I'm going to be needing to know names and groups and opposing sides as we go forward here.
Yeah, a good origin story is always a lot of fun, especially when you have somebody that's a really, really powerful character or is kind of in a mentorship or leadership role towards other people. Because like, okay, well, how did you get here? And sometimes the origin story, their teachers are the ones that end up being the most interesting characters. So I'm glad as well that they're going that direction. Not to say if we just kind of look, at some point you can't keep going back and doing origin stories, right? Well, we get the origin story for Gojo and Geto. Well, what about their teachers?
Yeah.
Where did they learn it?
Right.
And sometimes they'll give you the quick, like, oh, I learned from my master and they learned from theirs. And the skill goes back 1,000 years. And that's kind of the backstory. Usually you can go back about 1, maybe 2 generations with origin stories in any sort of, in-depth manner. Before it's like, okay, how far back do we go? And at that point, you just have to do like the quick cut for thousands of years, passed from father to son, teacher to student. But again, just, giving us Gojo's background. And of course, we got introduced to Geto relatively recently to start getting the backgrounds on those characters. I think is going to be a lot of fun, especially when you see people who are just ultra powerful in the modern day to go back and see whether it was something where you weren't really that powerful and you had to learn the whole way, or you were somebody who was like the really talented but needed discipline,
chosen
or things like that. So and they're kind of starting to play that out, like Gojo, and pretty talented, knows it. But still has a lot to learn. So definitely a fun way to start off this season.
I just want to know then, when does he switch from his shades to the scarf?
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
Or whatever it is that's over his eyes. I'm looking forward to that. So, and what happened to these other members? Because we didn't see them in the other episodes.
No.
I mean, I know we see Iori because her hair is a lot longer, but I'm looking forward to see how this progresses, as you probably did back in the day too. So for Apple and Oak, Mason Quinn, I'm of course Answer. We'll catch you on the next one, pals. I was able to look at the right spot this time.
You were.
Oh, if that was coffee, there'd be a lot more sugar cubes going in for Appleton Oak. Oh, it's got one of the members.
Yep.
Let's Kaz. Come on, Kaz.
Huh? Say that again.
Oh,
Oh, Bear's the strongest.
バイエルってこの人
oh.
And he was the strongest? Seems our boys are quite leveled up already.
What do we got going on here?
Is that the winning ticket?
いなくなったと思う。金を増やしてんの。お前が勝ってんの見た。仕事はどう
I'll get to it.
相手は五条家のゴンだぞ。まずはバカどもを使って削る。
Some idiots. We call those red shirts.
何考えてんだ。なくても全額返ってくるさ。このレース見て。
You're not cut out for it.
頼むぜ。
Easy
Counting
coming.
on you.
めぐみは元気か。
Got the muscular neck on this individual.
Who's that, he says.
Like you don't know.
Can't believe he lost. Scalpel. Is that him losing again at another boat race?
Well, he's doing the... Is he going to make more hand puppets that Oak disagrees with how we make dogs answer? I do like the introduction song, though.
You're liking
I
it?
like this one.
証拠みたいに反転術式を使えたらよかった。あいつも何言ってるかさ。
わかんない センスね。
Steam coming off his head.
起きた。
It's like the LA Night meme there.
Oh!
わらわを殺したくば、まずは貴様から死んでみ。
リコちゃん落ち着いて。私たちは。
嘘じゃ。
Liar!
前髪の変じゃ。
Your bangs are weird. Twisting her?
おやめください。お嬢様、その方たちは味方です。
何に乗っておるのじゃ。
これは前髪の方の術。
Bangs guy.
ってもらえます。呪霊掃除。
思ってたよりアグレッシブな。どうかでおセンチになってんだろうか考えてたのに。
いかにも下船なもののか。
あ
天元様はわらわで、わらわは天元様なのだ。やからがおるが、それは大きな間違いじゃ。
Explain it to us.
わらわは天元様になるが。
待ち受け変えた
井上和歌。
学校じゃ普通に喋ってるもん。
Eraser.
学校黒い今何学校行くったら行くのじゃ。
Late for school.
方が安全でしょう。
天元様のご命令だ。あまないリコの要望には
ゆとり極まれりだな。
Suffering.
同化後彼女は天元様として友人、家族、大切な人たちとは
Oh, man.
Yeah, not quite what she thinks it's gonna be.
好きにさせよう。それが私たちの任務だ。
リコ様にご家族はおりません。幼い頃事故で。
Of course. Is this a Disney movie?
それじゃあ、あなたが家族だ。
Family.
Then who cleans the pool?
監視に出してる呪霊は
メイさんみたいに四角。サトル、急いでリコちゃんのところへ。2体払われた。
若き次世代のエースは誰なの。ようやく6艇の最終ポジ注目の第5レース。
Gambling all day. Eating some meat on a stick.
No such thing as easy money.
Ooh, just ticking away.
Must be the commercial.
この時間は音楽なので、音楽室か礼拝堂ですね。
サトルは礼拝堂、フロイさんは音楽室、私は安納。
承知いたしま
Roger that.
来るでない。友達に見られたらどうするのじゃ。
申し訳ありません。移動のたびにメール。
目の届く範囲で護衛させろっつったのに。
How can I protect you if I don't know where you are?
スタートしました。
Oh, and they're off.
当選戻んなかったのか。
ラッキーだな。
いいのか。何が
賞金は万世教からお前に支払う。
30 mil.
初めから賞金という話
あっ
になる。
ちには五条悟。あいつが近くにいる限り。
お前もか。
That looks like fun.
3号艇コーナーが怒涛の挽回。
さあ、バカどもには賞金のかかっている残り士と五条本人の神経を削ってもらう。
It's gonna take a lot to wear him down.
Yeah. Oh, it's pretty rude.
おい、ちょっと待て。いや、なんでもない。もちろん清少ただ働きだ。
時間制限を設けたのはよかっ
だけじゃねえけどね。
Ugh.
Ah.
3号艇コーナーがバランス。
3000万しっかり戻せよ。
た。その辺の匿名掲示板じゃねえんだぞ。
Signals dropping.
Sorry, lost you.
Yeah.
アンノーンは9の3等か。少し面倒なことになるな。
おお、その制服は。
The noises they make.
自分の前後を式紙で挟む。慣れてるな。
呪霊操術か。
ご名答。
Ugh.
待機してるだけはある。
生きると生きるだけか。術式の核はあちらは式神使いのそれだ。考えていることが手に取る。
Interesting.
Power versus experience?
隣接戦闘が2
I think this guy's done.
と考えておる。近接嫌い。
I like the inner monologue. It's pretty cool here.
やりやすいことこの上ないな。
Oh, well, no
なんか
confidence.
いろいろ考えてるみたいだけど。
You're thinking of lots of plans. And done.
I've got a tremor.
遺体はこれを想定させないためか。
Like Jurassic Park. Ah, smart girl.
Wow.
Oh, okay. He got away.
Tail's wagging.
お前助けか。弟にばかり金と時間を。
Oh, got into his mind.
お前が死ん。そうか。
Oh!
Looks like close combat is not a weakness, is it?
Oh.
まあね。
Tricked him with a meme coin.
そんなことよりあんた、Q?
He tricked me with my favorite memory ever.
あらない
Animation. Yeah, just a cousin. You're a smooth operator. Squeal.
しくに明日ないですよ。
Disgraceful.
ああ、いや、緊急なもんで。
あとこれ。宝石の出会いのなさなめんじゃないわよ。あれほどみんなの前に顔を出すなと。
Oh, we got to come back to that.
さしろ。このまま高専行くぞ。
おあれは3000万か。ボディーガードってこともあるか。おりし。
It's a hell of a disguise.
人を殺して食う飯はうまいんだ。
万世教の人でしょう。
ヒーローとか
Oh, here we go.
つい
Oh, that'll do it.
殺すぞ。
Was that Salim?
良いじゃないですか。
No.
リコちゃんは
五条様と一緒に学校を出ました。
私たちも向かいましょ
やっぱさっきのが3000万か。
Oh.
式神。
う。いや、式神とは少し違う。
天内の首に3000万の検
呪詛師御用達の闇さ。
なるほどね。
式神か。
年中人手不足だっていうのに。転職するなら歓迎するよ。
そのガキ譲ってくれればそれ。
Oh.
出た。五忍者。
Doing some Mr. Smith stuff.
Oh,
どういうものは。
式神
Well,
の件。
these are our red shirts.
式神じゃねえ。分身だ。本体のな。
just throw her up in the air.
なんだそれ。
無限勉強は大事って話。本体含めマックス5体の分身体が危うくなったら安全な分身を本体。
なぜ俺の術式をし
Ah,
おあいにくさま、絵がいいもん。
Very good eyes.
俺に近づくものはどんどん遅くなって俺までたどり着なくなるの。
Oh.
マイナスの自然数ってとこかな。そうするとさっきみたいな吸い込む感でも意外と不便なんだよね。
Inconvenient.
思考性にまで気を使い出すと。
Now, then you get into vectors and it's a whole thing.
でもこれは全部順天の術式。頭守って。
oh.
Was not expecting that.
Gojo's eyes.
こっちは無限の発散。
Oh, at first I thought he was
術式反転。
It looked like it for a second there too.
赤。
Another gas leak.
マジでなんだこいつ。黒いからじゃ。どうしよう。黒いが。
Oh, taken.
How? When?
Apparently, when our guys were out kicking ass, somebody swooped in.
Yeah, that's not good.
So, answer, can we please go back to the scene at the school where Gojo walks in and everybody's going crazy for him? Because that was like
Mason Quinn
the-
showing up to a match.
the levity was insane on this. Like right here, it's like at the cover of a
Right there.
romance novel or
Squee.
something.
Squeeze.
Not even squeal. Not even
squeal,
squeal.
it's
Just
just
squee.
squee.
Because they couldn't even control themselves. And like he's sitting there doing, oh, me, whatever. It couldn't, I guess, couldn't possibly be me.
Giving that blue steel.
Oh, he was with the blue eyes. Your eyes, how did they get so blue? And so, again, she didn't want him to show up, and he did. And I guess this is the reason why. Just complete chaos in the classroom to the point where even the teacher was on the down low, giving him her phone
Hand
number.
over that number.
And that's not appropriate. They called her out for it. You can't be doing that in
Oh,
school.
teachers don't get opportunities to meet many
don't.
people. They
They're
laid it
always,
right out
always
there.
working.
You know?
I mean,
Hey,
that's another great
like
job with the animation,
animation.
with the girls behind it. It's all being
Oh,
like,
they're-
that's against the rules.
Yo, it almost looks like South Park just a little bit because of the big eyes in the mouth, like they're all angry. So this was a lot of fun with this whole scene here. A lot of levity. And it's like and I know that they're sending in basically red shirts against these two guys. I mean, they made that pretty clear to try to weaken them, but it's not doing anything. I mean, unless we start getting some, what would you call them? Oh, higher level red shirts to try to take them on and provide at least a little bit more of a challenge. But we did see her get kidnapped at the end. So
yeah, I was surprised because she was with Geto there right here. So I know. Well, she left with Gojo. Are they going to the school? Did they somehow get separated? Obviously, when we get into the next episode, we'll find out how and why that happened. Well, we know why, but how it happened, how they got separated, how she got taken. Because it looked like here for a second too, she looks like she can handle herself.
Yeah.
But if you're taking on, someone lower level, you're going to be able to. And then she obviously had, Geto was there to help out a little bit, but she was still able to subdue one of the, I don't know, Bagman? Is that his name?
Multiplying Bagman, I guess?
So she was able to subdue him at least.
Yeah, this was a fun episode. Again, just kind of, further expanding on the origin story with Geto and Gojo, throwing in some action, throwing in some serious levity, throwing in a little bit of strategery there in that fight at the end. I'm going to make you think one thing so you get all confident in your fighting abilities, and then throw in a twist and get my work done. But yeah, another fun episode. It's again, I'm curious as to whether it's building towards kind of a transition right back to modern day, or whether we're going to get a whole season with these guys. I mean, that's my curiosity here, as I spoke about in the last episode. And we really didn't, get any sort of indication that we were, going to hop back right back into modern times. But I'm not in any rush for it, because I think, as you guys had talked about, look, the learning about Geto and Gojo, especially Gojo, as like, what was he like when he was in high school? It's like, well,
we'll have to find out.
He was a ladies' man, big time.
Wow.
Yeah, and I like how we caught it here.
We had to go back to this scene.
How's Megumi doing?
Megumi.
Anyway, Fushiguro, as we know him from season 1, asking our assassin how he's doing. As we know, they're from the same clan, so I like how they threw that in there, because it does kind of help us, at least with. I know they show Geto and Gojo, as being younger, in high school, teenagers, kind of whatever. But it does help us out for the time frame, because then Fushigiro's got to be 8-9 years old probably at this point. I mean, who knows? But I did like the call back to that character.
Yeah, and then just having him kind of like look and then think about it, and then finally hits us with the who's that? Like, come on. We hopefully will explore that more, as he is a pretty interesting character. But I do like his plan of action right now, where he's like, we'll just keep sending red shirts at him, try and weaken him. But I don't know how well that's going to work out. And I know he's got another like 46-ish hours or whatever from what they saw, 11 a.m. the next day. So what is that going to do to Gojo and Geto? I mean, right now they do have, Kiroi. They have her kidnapped, but so where are we going to go from there? So I'm really liking his thought process, that he's like, I'm not just going to rush in there and try and take him out.
Yeah, because
even though the guy's like, we're counting on you to do it. It's like, well, I can't just run right in there and do it.
Gojo would whoop me.
I mean, yeah, if I go in there and it's those 2-on-1, they'll take it out. Like, we saw a sorcerer that's been around for a long time, and Geto made short work of him, even when he thought that, which another you called
Geto
out
was playing dirty.
Wow. No, he just.
Is that playing dirty, or is that strategery?
Well, because what he ended up doing is he made him flash his whole life before his eyes. That's how fast he took him out.
Yep.
That's what he was getting at. Yep. But I love that they had the inner monologue. I love when they do that with any character, but getting it now with the villain, thinking like, okay, he thinks I'm going to be old and I don't want close, but I want this, I want that. And meanwhile, Geto, like, the whole time was like, that was your plan, wasn't it? Yeah. I mean, and I love the like kind of comic book style where they show
different cells,
each of those cells that he was thinking of what he's going to do when he's going to try and attack Geto.
The thing that I liked about Geto here was, or Gito, Geto. Now you got me thinking which way is which. Geto. In this scene here, how it was two things. One, I like how he called him out on having an inner monologue. He's like, what are you planning, or something like that. He essentially called him out on it. And then he used his childhood dog against him to get inside his. Yeah, it looks like you're thinking up a lot of plans. Answer has it up here, which was great because we see that in so many different animes that we've done, the inner monologues, but they never get called out for it. So I like that they did it here. And then of course he used his childhood dog to slow him down, get inside his head, and throw him off. So I thought that was brilliantly done.
Yeah, this whole battle thing was interesting, and again,
like all of a sudden we get this like close combat, and then all of a sudden we get this cute cuddly puppy.
It's for Dogecoin.
It wasn't what I. It is the same kind of dog. It looks like it wasn't what I was expecting. All of a sudden, some cute and cuddly dog,
and right at our screen.
It's an interesting battle technique for sure. But you know what it kind of does is it kind of keeps. That lighthearted kind of, you never know what mood you're supposed to be feeling for how long. I mean, look, we've had some pretty dark stuff in this series, and then they do such a good job of kind of bringing in some levity, whether it be the animation or the high school thing, or like, oh, hey, by the way, I'm going to make you think about this before I just work you. Yeah. It was, again, interesting, but something that was like, super unexpected but fun and unique, not necessarily something you'd see from another show.
Yeah, because I know we've had shows before where the combatant will try to use their opponent's memories or things they remember from their past to try to get inside their head, but I've never seen it done quite like that before. So that was something else. And again, the treat for me is getting to see all of Geto and Gojo's different powers and things they can do, because I like how Gojo basically explained for the viewers a little bit as he's carrying Rico kind of how it works, what he can do, and he tried to do the red technique that he said he couldn't do, or I failed.
Well, he failed. He was going to do it, but he failed.
Yeah, so you got it up here. But I mean, it's really good for the viewer to kind of explain those different things and what he's capable of.
Because we knew how powerful they are, but it's fun every once in a while to see it in action,
right?
And how powerful he can be. And you have, Toji, who knows that I can't do anything to these guys right now. Yeah. And like, and right now it's like, it doesn't matter how many guys you send at them. I think they're going to be, you're effed no matter how long you wait and how many bounties you set and try to get people to go after them. I don't think you're going to ever be able to take them out.
Yeah. Well, and to your point about, their use of their powers, like it's fun to see Gojo and Geto like do this big, flashy, amazing stuff. But it's more fun for me if I kind of know what they're about to do or what each technique is. It makes it that much more fun, I think, because then you kind of know what's happening. You're like, oh, he's going to do this technique and that will counteract whatever his opponent's trying to do, instead of us just being like, oh, he just blew him up and that was the end of it. It makes it a lot more interesting for me as the viewer to kind of know what they're going to do, what technique, what skill. So.
Well, because they were always saying, in the first season, this guy is pretty powerful. He's got this much power. Well, let's see it. And we didn't really see it in action.
Yeah,
than the veil
over the lake,
and even that, it wasn't like anything too drastic. Yeah. So it was fun actually seeing this get played out, and just even like him going like we have a pause right here where he goes like that, and he moves. That the closer they get, the slower down they get. Yeah. It's to negative numbers. That's where they're actually flying the other direction. So I was. That was awesome.
Yeah, I mean, that was really cool. They described that because they showed that scene brilliantly where the two guys are trying to punch him, and like
it was
exactly that. They're swinging
down,
fast and slow, nothing,
down exponentially, and you can't get him. So I thought that was really cool. We got it paused on our guy with the paper bag over his head, who made for an interesting villain for sure. And that's another one of the fun things. Look, the action kind of keeps going, and you're going to develop your main characters, obviously. So they are who they are. But that's the one creative thing about the show, is you can constantly be bringing in new adversaries, new bad guys, and new this and new that, and giving you new artwork and new kind of creative ways. I mean, of course, in the beginning it was it can't his lick, and it was like, oh, that's so nasty. Later on, we got the buff guy with a bag over his head, one eye open. So the level of creativity, which we saw in Demon Slayer as well. That was one thing that we very highly touted Demon Slayer for, was the level of creativity with each new demon that they had to fight. And now it seems like we're getting that in this show as well, where every episode, hey, if we got to battle somebody new, it's something that visually is creative, sometimes creepy, sometimes fun, and but always interesting.
Yeah, well, and they're going to be sending in a lot of red shirts after Gojo and Gendo.
A lot of red shirts, folks.
More to come.
More to come. And we cannot wait for it, just like you guys probably couldn't wait for it back in the day. So for Appleton Oak, Mason Quinn, I'm of course the answer. We'll catch you on the next one, pals.
Oh, doing some Jason Momoa stuff here.
Yeah, what we ended on.
ゲトウ様の方が早い。先にお嬢様のところへ。
すまない。
That's how it happened. He left.
敵側にとっての黒井さんの
相手は次、アマナイと黒井さんのトレードとか、アマナイはこのまま高専に連れて行く。消化あたりに影武者やらせりゃいいだろう。
バディ
まだお前らは信用できん。私が天元様と同化するまでに黒い、別れも言ってないのに。
Wondering what his reaction to that was going to be.
そのうち拉致犯から連絡。もしあっちの頭が予想よりもアマナイを連れて行くことで黒い。やっぱお前は置いていく。
Oh.
わかった。
逆に言えば途中でビビって帰りたくなっても仕方する。
Just ignore you.
Whoa. What is this now?
A beach day! Protection mission day. All right, here we go. Into the intro that is crawling right into your heart, Mason Quinn.
It is.
All right, back to the beach.
Beat kits.
Back to the beach.
Producer answer over here.
信者、非術師にやられると。
不意打ちなら仕方ないですよ。
の一件で気をつけてたつもりだったん
So
で
I
すけ
guess
ど。
it all worked.
Oh, in the face. Oh.
いまいち遅い
Keep his hands in his pockets that whole time?
Might as well.
Those little dog pockets.
ですね。襲撃とか。
サトルは目がいい。離陸前に乗客乗員。私の呪霊で外を張りました。
Oh, look at that. It's a luck dragon.
沖縄を指定してきたことが気になります。
時間稼ぎじゃないんです。
Okinawa, that's where Miyagi's from.
明日の満月に間に合わない。
それなら。
Or is she doing the okay or the peace?
つら空港を占拠する気じゃ。
でも大丈夫。私たちだけじゃない。
1年に務まる任務じゃ。
僕は燃えているよ。ゲトウさんにいいとこ見せたいからね。子にして頑張ってるんだ。
台風が来て空港があるぞんでしょ。
For not.
Our classmate wearing something.
Little sea cucumber.
仮にリコちゃんのことを考えてのことでしょう。なんだよ。
もうそんな時間か。
Boo. What happened to her lips? Look at her mouth.
東京より沖縄の方が呪詛地の数は少ない。
Keep it serious.
昨日から術式を解いてないな。本当に高専に戻らなくて大丈夫。
問題ねえよ。それにお前もいる。
I got backup. I'm not worried.
滞在1日あったのかな。
Sound effects.
Yeah, a little bit different style.
Yeah, we are having a regular vacation here.
Trying to have fun before they feel they have to erase her.
Sauce. Cameo by Attorney Wu. Going heavy with the piano, Oak.
Very, very heavy.
If we ran into Wu, she would be on the outside, remember?
Yeah,
the signs.
That's right. The hat.
高専の結界内だ。
これで一安心じゃな。
サトル。本当にお疲れ。
He's gonna take a rest.
二度とごめんだ。ガキの森は。
Oh! Whoa! 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 What the?
Oh.
どっかであったか。気にすんな。俺も。
Who it is? Well, there's a commercial break for you. And of course, we're not going to get back to it.
に生まれた陸眼のガキを。
Oh, White Walker baby.
背後に立った俺が蹴取られたのは、だから削った。お前が鈍るまで。
Oh, our tremor thing.
サトル！術式は間に合わなかったけど、安全ピン通したみたいなもんだよ。
Through a knit sweater.
まない優先。あいつの相手は俺がする。
Oh boy.
天元様のところへ行ってくれ。サトル。
Not a lot of characters can shake off a sword through the chest.
Nope.
誰に言ってんだよ。
Ah.
さっき俺を刺した刀とは違う。できればお前はさっきので仕留めたかったんだが。アマナイの懸賞金はもう取り下げられたぞ、間抜け。
Well, because he took it down, that prideful bastard.
そう。こいつ何かおかしいと思う。
Oh.
重力が全くない。フィジカルギフテッド。
Holy Jesus.
Well, he's going to have to slow down as he gets closer.
そのジュグが虎の子か。残念。重力がないから気配も読めない。なわけじゃねえ。
To try something new.
そっちの気配を追えばいい。術式順天、出力最大。
Maximum output.
Oh!
Oh, look at the destruction of that f***ing thing.
Hope you got insurance.
遮蔽物なし。森に隠れたか。
Think again.
Oh,
not the bees.
妖刀着雲形に使おうってわけね。視覚もできた。あいつの狙いははめない。
Right behind you.
このジグから滲み出る異質な肉眼のお前が見落とすわ。だがようやく。守りに回ったな。
Oh, that's bad.
Oh. I did ask for a challenge.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, you got one.
勘が戻ったかな。
How do you bounce back from that?
I don't know if you do. Well, I mean,
Well,
no, he has to.
At some point.
リコ様、私はここまでです。リコ様、どうか。
Well, you get to say goodbye.
大好きだよ。ずっと私も。
He's not a fan of long goodbyes.
No.
天元様の膝元、厚生宮、本殿。
Wow.
階段を降りたら、光線を囲う結界とは別の廊下まで天元様が守ってくれ。引き返して黒井さんと一緒に家に帰ろう。
Turn back around and go home. Nobody wants to do that.
担任からこの任務の話を、廊下を抹消と言って、うちの担任は脳筋のくせによく回りくどいこと。君と会う前に
星漿体のガキがどうか。その時は
天元様と戦うことになる。
ビビってんな。なんとかなるって。
Everything will work out.
リコちゃんがどんな選択をしようと、君の未来は私たちが保証する。
私は生まれた時から特別で、にとっては特別が普通で、お母さんとお父さんがいなくなった時の、だから廊下でみんなと離れ離れになった。
That's a very positive attitude.
でもいろんなところに行って
帰ろう。
Oh, it's
Really?
okay. We're just not doing it then. Well, I guess. Oh!
What the fuck just happened?
リコちゃん。
はい、お疲れ。
Oh, he made it there.
解散、解散。
なんでお前がここにいる？
ああ、そういう意味ね。五条悟は俺が殺した。
そうか。死ね。
Oh, man.
Oh, best episode of the season by a mile, in my opinion.
It had everything. Yeah, it had
Unreal.
The twists and turns, and then obviously that caught us all by surprise.
Yes. Well, did anybody think that we would go from a happy-go-lucky beach scene to Gojo getting ripped in half and then Rico getting shot in the head? Wow. And hey, I'll take the blame on this one, guys. I asked if Gojo and Geto were going to have a challenge this episode.
Hope you're proud of yourself.
I guess I am kind of proud of myself. But the thing is, the way our assassin was talking, he was like in the previous episodes, oh, there's no chance if I go up against them and they take me on. But they did bring up that Gojo hadn't slept or anything like that for so long. Yeah, he was in a weakened state, but still, I didn't think that this guy had it in him to do the damage that he did. Now, look, we know obviously Gojo makes it because of season 1 and all that stuff. But wow, shocking to say the least. And like I said, probably easily my favorite episode of the season because we dove into so many different things and we covered so much ground in such a short period of time. I thought this was great. And like I said, this scene here at the end, where she's got her hand out and Geto has his hand out and all of a sudden, boom, it's all
gonna go
over.
home.
That was just wild.
Yeah, and we weren't sure, what she had as far as defense. Well, it turns out she had nothing. So it just a simple, well, not simple, but just a handgun takes her out. Like I didn't know if he had to use a cursed tool. Well, he could have cursed the gun like we've seen others can do. But I thought he would have to do something, bigger, grander, using a cursed tool of some sorts like what he did so far to Gojo. But taking her out right there as, and the thing is he gave her an ultimatum and she wanted to go home.
She was going to reject it.
And the thing that she said that I really liked was like, I grew up being special, but to me that was normal.
Yeah.
I thought my
You wouldn't know the
powers
difference.
was normal. So she was ready to go back home, especially be after they, had this small fight to save Kiroi to get her back, and they even had their nice heartfelt goodbye, and they were going to go back and essentially hopefully live a long nice life. But then of course Toji just comes in and just takes her out in one false second, is because you're sitting there going, we're happy, we're excited. I mean, obviously we didn't get introduced to her at all, but you know what? Maybe she got tucked away somewhere and blah, blah, blah. But no, this is what ends up happening to her. So I'm wondering if this is then one of the pieces of the puzzle that then gets us to where Geto is at this point.
Causes that split, maybe.
Starts one of the dominoes that starts falling to start putting him into his demise is into his, going to the evil side, so to speak. Because that's what it usually takes, is someone being innocent or good, and then they either want the power or something devastates them to a way that they just want to go against everything good. Because because they look at everything and see evil in everything. And
and it's early, so I don't know if this is going to necessarily be the catalyst that drives Gojo and Geto apart. I mean, it could be you were supposed to be there. Why couldn't you beat this guy? Why didn't you rest like I told you to? You weren't at full strength. Well, you let this happen to her down in the caverns or whatever. So, who knows if that's how it goes, but certainly shocking.
Yeah, I just wasn't ready to see Gojo get worked like that. I mean, we've never seen anything like that, have we?
No, because he's been so overpowered.
I mean,
well, and that's why we're going back to this, seeing him at this point, because we've seen him as being this be all end all. Well, there's
time,
trials and tribulations through the way.
We know he was exhausted, but I mean, he got worked hard. I mean, we saw him take the sword through essentially the sternum earlier on in the episode, which seemed significant to say the least. And, fought his way through that whole situation, but to come back and take one essentially right in the neck that went all the way down through the thigh. And I mean, that's a pretty bad spot to be in right there. I mean, we have it paused right now showing just she's sliced wide open. And it's like, yeah, that's not good. Of course, here's the thing. We know that because we're backtracking here, that moving forward, he's still with us, but it's still not something like this aggressive that you're expecting to see. I think, when you do kind of the backstory, you're expecting like, okay, you had your ups and downs. Yeah, an oblique shot. You had your ups and downs. Look, you have to learn the hard way. I mean, we all know that, some tough lessons have to be learned. And in order to, get to where he's at, he had to have done, some stuff to gain some experience. But again, this is like really next level. You got fucked up. Yeah. So to see Toji take him out in that fashion was a lot. And just the fact that Toji went that aggressive, right? I mean, because it could have been like the sword through the sternum or through the stomach or whatever, but to go in and
he wanted to make sure
slice all the way down. Yeah, that was a lot, and that's one thing that we've kind of talked about on this show as we get further and further into the series is that they are not afraid to go aggressive with their animation. Of course, our first anime on the show, Attack on Titan.
Yeah, pretty hard.
I wasn't ready at all for the level of brutality that we saw there. Coming into anime without really knowing anything about it, I thought they were more like cartoons with just a different type of animation. And then you learn like, no, these are real stories just told through an animated medium. And this story got aggressive. And I mean, as aggressive as it was here with Gojo, then we saw Rico at the end. Mm-hmm. And I mean, what looked like we were getting close to having some sort of good ending, and then pop, quite literally, just bam. And I mean, again, I know I used the word aggressive, violent, aggressive. I think those are kind of interchangeable, but the manner in which she got taken out, just standing there, and the way they shot it too, right? Mm-hmm. It wasn't like, you get shot from behind some faraway spot and all of a sudden there's a hole in the stomach or the chest and it's like, oh, you're crouching over. It was just standing there. And then, God, the answer's got it. Like she's reaching out and then just the boom, and they give us the face and then the up close look. And it was just a lot, if I'm being honest, to have that kind of violence and animation, then of course she's on the ground there and, folks.
Well, I mean, it was a big one, and then they haven't shied away. They haven't shied away from. I'm not as surprised as you are about how aggressive everything is and what.
I mean,
I
shouldn't
just because of what we've been through.
Right.
So I'm really not too surprised. I'm surprised that it happened.
Yeah.
And I didn't think that Gojo, using his powers to protect them and basically until the bounty run out, I didn't think it would have that much of an effect on him. And with was it Toji? Toji, with him not having like any kind of connection to cursed energy, that he couldn't kind of track him or see where he was. So like all these different things fell into place just perfectly.
He had a heavenly restriction.
How about that scene when he was just bouncing
all over? The style that they used to.
That was really cool. I mean, the speed and the style which they showed. And it was just crazy. And you're like, hey, can't keep up,
because we've commented on that before on some different, animes that we've done of how they show speed, how they show movement going really fast. And we saw it on Demon Slayer, of course. And then in here, how they tweak the animation so that it's almost blurred when they do it.
Well, Answer has a pause right here, and you can see like the outlines of everything are warped. The outline of the jaw is warped, the front side of the face, the nose, the squiggly lines over the shoulders and stuff like that. And so how do we show fast in animation? Well, they did a brilliant job here with the artwork. So huge shout out to the people who are, getting this level of creativity, onto the screen. Mm-hmm. But that scene where he was just bouncing, it was like, how do you battle that?
Well, usually because if they have cursed energy, he's able to just follow that. But because he didn't have any, he just had a special grade cursed tool. That's all he had.
Yeah.
But what really got me too, and just the high contrast in this episode where we're laughing, joking at the beach at the beginning of the episode, they're having fun with the animation. They're throwing, sea cucumbers at each other and having fun. Yeah, they are talking about, what's going to happen at hand. but they're having fun at the beach and they're using their stylized there's the stylized animation where like their lips are a little droopy and drawn a certain way for a half tick. They have a weird look on the faces when he's on the plane and everything like that. So you had that at the beginning, you're laughing, enjoying, and then you're like, we know there's still a mission in hand, but like, and it was important that they took Riko to all those places so that way she could have, I guess, fun for the last bit because, well, they figured they had to erase her, but you know, they then gave her the ultimatum, which she wanted to keep on, continue living her life, but they still wanted to give her as much fun as possible.
Yeah, and try to get that bounty to run out too.
And that's what they thought that would happen, and even they told him, it was like, the bounty is run over, bastard. And he's like, well, good thing I put an end to it.
Yep, it was all me.
So
Can't
just
wait.
another really
How do
good
we come
episode. We got to see what happens and what comes of this. Hopefully you guys were just as shocked as we were and had fun with this episode as much as we did. So far, Appleton Oak, Mesa Quinn, I'm Course Answer. We'll catch you on the next one, pals.